Hello everyone, myself Mr. Guru Kashule, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, MS College of Arts, Science, Commerce and BMS Mubra. Today I am going to talk on the topic environmental pollution. So what is environmental pollution? Environmental pollution is a global problem and therefore a matter of concerns of everyone. Pollution is the introductions of contaminants into the natural environment that causes adverse change, or in other words, pollution is the introductions of harmful materials into the environment. These harmful materials are called pollutants. Pollutants can be natural, such as volcanic ash. They can also be created by human activities such as trash or runoff produced by factories. These pollutants damage the quality of air, water and land, etc. OBESE in 1999 defined pollution as undesirable in a physical, chemical and biological characteristics of the air, land and water that may harmfully affect the human life and other desired species. Then the next topic is about the sources of pollution. So major sources of environmental pollutions are industrial sources, agricultural sources, biogenic sources, anthropogenic sources, etc. Now, let's talk about the types of pollution. The main types of pollutions are air pollutions, water pollution, soil pollution, thermal pollutions, and radioactive pollution. Now, let's discuss in detail about these different types of the pollution. So, first one is air pollution. Air pollution is defined as the presence in the air of abnormal amounts of chemical constituents capable of causing harm to living organisms. It could be either from stationary sources or mobile sources or agricultural operations. Based on the nature of pollutants, air pollutant is categorized into different types. Mainly, these categories of the air pollutants are four. First one is the primary pollutants. So primary pollutants comprises of gases emitted directly from the source. Example is the sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon dioxide, chlorofluorocarbon. So these are the primary pollutants. Second one is the secondary pollutants. Secondary pollutants are formed due to the reactions of primary pollutants in the atmosphere. For example, ozone or acid rain or peroxyacetyl nitrate. So these are the some secondary pollutant. The third type of the pollutant are tertiary pollutant. Tertiary pollutants is formed when primary and secondary pollutants combines in the atmosphere. This type of pollutant is more hazardous in nature. For example, smoke, which is the mixtures of fog, smoke, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides. So these are more harmful and these are called as the tertiary pollutant. And the fourth type of the pollutant is the particulate pollutions. So these particulate matter, also known as the particle pollutions or PM. So is a complex mixture of extremely small particles and liquid droplets. Particle pollution is made up of number of components including acid such as the nitrates and sulfates, organic chemicals, metals and soil or dust particles. Particulate pollution is grouped into two types based on the size of the particle. For example, inhalable coarse particles are larger than 2.5 micrometers and smaller than 10 micrometers in a diameter. And second type is the fine particles, so which are less than 2.5 micrometers in a diameter. Example of these particulate pollutions or pollutant is the soil or dust particles. Impact of air pollutions on the environment and measures to control air pollution. So impact of air pollution on the environment is first seen on the plant as these are the stationary, and the injury to the plants occurs due to the entry of pollutants through the stomata or due to the dust particles settled on leaves. And other visible changes observed in the erosions of buildings, especially the marble. For example, the Taj Mahal in Agra was once gleaming white, but years of exposure to the acid rain has damaged the historical monument. After plants and monuments, the impact of air pollutants on human health is distinctly visible. Synergistic effect of air pollutant is largely responsible, and symptoms include premature death in people with heart or lung diseases, irregular heartbeat, decreased lung functions, aggravated asthma, and increased respiratory symptoms such as the irritations of the airways, coughing, or difficulty in breathing, etc. So these are some impact of air pollutions on the environment. Then the next topic is the measures to control air pollution. So there are various inventions of a certain mechanical devices such as the fabric filters, wet scrubbers, electrostatic precipitators, which are available for the industries to reduce the emissions from the chimneys. To combat air pollutions, green belt development around the industries and roadside plantations are recommended. Plant has capacity to detoxify small doses of pollutants like sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide into the substances that are utilized by plants for growth. Then the next type of the pollution, that is the water pollution. Water pollution involves the release of toxic substances into the groundwater, lakes, streams, rivers, and oceans that become dissolved or suspended in water or deposited at the bottom. Pollution of water bodies is increasing tremendously due to the population explosion, industrial proliferation, urbanization, increasing living standards, and wide spheres of the human activities. And we know that water is one of the most important commodities required for the survival of any form of the life. So let's talk about the sources of water pollution. Sources of water pollution includes the point source water pollutions like the sewage discharge and factory outlet, or non-point sources like the agriculture runoff. Leather and chemicals industries cause are the major contributors of water pollution. Asia has maximum numbers of polluted rivers than anywhere else in the world. Most of it contains bacteria created from human waste. Mining operations exposes or ore deposits and waste rock of withering, resulting in the formations of acid mine drainage. So that is also one of the source of the water pollutions. Now, the next topic is the impact of water pollution. So there are different impact of water pollutions, and this differs between the various aquatic system. For example, eutrophication is common in lakes and ponds. This involves the abnormal plant growth, especially of cyanophycean members and water plants like the Pistia, Eichhornia, and Lemna, which causes the eutrophication. Then, rapid growth of algae or blooms of algae take place, and this phenomenon is called as the algal bloom, which is also harmful to the fishes lives in that particular lake or the ponds. Now, the next impact of water pollution is waterborne diseases. Contaminated water like rivers and streams are the major source of waterborne diseases like the hepatitis, cholera, dysentery, and typhoid. The human populations residing along the river bank are affected the most. The marine water pollution is largely related to heavy metal contaminations, The, the famous example of Minamata disease that occurred in the Minamata Bay in Japan is due to the contaminations of the fish with mercury. Mercury poisoning interferes with the nervous system development in a fetus and young children. Pesticide contaminations of groundwater can cause endocrine and reproductive problems to animals and humans. Pesticides like organophosphates and carbonates affect the damage of nervous systems and are carcinogenic. Excess of fluorides causes yellowing of the teeth and damage to spinal cord and other crippling diseases. Then the next impact is the blue baby syndrome. Nitrate contaminations can prove fatal for infant as it can restrict the oxygen to reach the brain, causing the blue baby syndrome. So these are some impact of water pollution. Next topic is soil pollution. Soil contaminations or soil pollution is caused by the presence of xenobiotic, that is human-made chemicals or other alterations in the natural soil environment. It caused by industrial waste, urban waste, radioactive pollutants, agriculture practices, biological agents, soil sediments, etc. And the next topic is the impact of soil pollution. So soil pollution occurs due to the use of pesticides and insecticides have long-term damaging properties on the environment. The most important property of pesticide, of course, is that it has a toxic effect on the pest and then hazardous to the wildlife. Another important property of a pesticide is that it persists long enough after the applications for a pest to encounter it, and the process is called as the biomagnification. Organochlorine pesticides are extremely persistent. For example, some of the DDT applied in the early 1970s is still present in the environment today. Then the next impact of soil pollution is the chronic health problems. Long-term exposures to such soil can affect the genetic makeup of the body, causing congenital illness and the chronic health problems. For example, in Kasaragod, Kerala, endosulfan sprayed aerially in the cashew plantations for 24 years, that is from 1976 to 2000, 3 times a year. These lead to chronic health complications like mental, physical and behavioral disorders, sensory loss, neurological ailments, cardiovascular diseases, congenital anomalies, dermatological and musculoskeletal disorders, etc. Then the next impact of soil pollution is decreased soil fertility. The toxic chemicals present in the soil can decrease soil fertility and therefore decreases in the soil yield. The death of many soil organisms, for example earthworms, in the soil can lead to the alterations in soil structure. Apart from that, it could also force other predators to move to other places in search of food. And the next topic is control of soil pollution. So with the rapid pace of industrializations and increasing population's density, numerous pollutants have posed a serious threat to living organisms. Extensive solid waste and the use of biocides have put the interest of agricultures and aquacultures at the cross purpose. So the various approaches to control soil pollutions are followed, such as Productions of natural fertilizers, ban on toxic chemical, using biological methods to control soil pollutions, plantations and recycling of trees to prevent soil erosions. Security, landfills have to be constructed for permanent disposal of hazardous and recalcitrant industrial waste. Municipal waste have to be properly collected by segregations, treated and disposed scientifically. Enforcing environment audit for industries and promoting eco-label products are also important control measures to control the soil pollution. Next type of the pollution is the thermal pollution. Thermal pollution occurs due to the release of wastewater with high temperatures in the nearby rivers and streams. Sources of thermal pollutions are iron and steel plants, thermal and nuclear power plants. Effect of thermal pollutions. The effect of thermal pollutions differs in a different aquatic ecosystem. The warm temperature reduces the levels of dissolved oxygen in water. The decrease in dissolved oxygen can create suffocations for plants and animals such as the fish, amphibians, copepods, which may give rise to anaerobic conditions. Warmer water allows algae to flourish on the surface of water, and over the long term growing algae can decrease oxygen level in the water. Change in water temperature result in alterations in a species and its compositions, and heat resistant species invade the area. Species sensitive to heat migrate out of the area. Excessive high temperature can cause the release of immature eggs or can prevent normal development of certain egg. Then the next topic of the pollution is radioactive pollution. Radioactive contamination is also called as radiological contaminations or radioactive pollutions is the depositions of or presence of radioactive substances on surface or within solid, liquid or gases including the human body where their presence is unintended or undesirable. Such contaminations presents a hazard because of the radioactive decay of the contaminant which emits harmful ionizing radiation such as alpha particles or beta particles, gamma rays or neutrons. The degree of hazard is determined by the concentrations of the contaminant, the energy of the radiations being emitted, and the type of radiations and the proximity of the contaminations to organs of the body. The Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster, the Chernobyl disaster, and the area around the Mayak facility in Russia are some of the examples of radioactive pollution. Penetrating radiation such as the gamma rays, X-rays, neutrons, or beta particle pose the greatest risk from an external source. High levels of contamination pose major risks to people and the environment. The radioactive elements have impact on various metabolism of the body. For example, iodine affects the white blood cells, bone marrow, spleen, lymph, skin, cancer, sterility, eye, and damage to the lung. The strontium has the ability to aggregate in the bones and form a bone cancer and lead to the tissue degeneration. So these are the some impact of radioactive elements. Then, so in summary, we can say that the radioactive elements have impact on various metabolisms of the body. Then the next point is about control of these radioactive pollutions. So the radiation pollution control can be done at various levels, including the handling and treatment of the radiation waste, the control and mitigations of nuclear accident, as well as the control and minimizations of personal exposure to radiations at an individual level. So this is about the radioactive pollution. So this is all about the different types of the environmental pollutions. Thank you. Thank you very much.